Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, then welcome to the channel. Look at this beauty of a park up. If you know, you know. So we parked there last night. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely to wake up to. We actually woke up pretty late. It was such a peaceful night. And we didn't get up as early as we wanted to get up. But Tracy's still pretty poorly. She's taking painkillers and that knocks her out. So she was snoring this morning. So I didn't want to wake her up. Make sure she got enough sleep. This is one of the last remaining, I'll say, free park ups in this area. Everywhere else is pretty much no parking, can't park there, blah blah blah. Now obviously, as tempting as it is, we could stay here longer, but like I've said in loads of videos before, we will move. There was another van with us last night. They went off this morning, late morning. It's now about lunchtime, so we've had a slow morning, had some breakfast and whatnot, put some stuff on eBay, that kind of thing. Just going to clean up the van and we're going to head off back towards where Harley is, and we'll probably stay around there somewhere. We're not sure yet, but we are trying really hard to move around and not anchor ourselves in. I mean, spots like this, they are here for everybody to enjoy, so we've, you know, had our fair share and we've enjoyed it. We went to bed early actually, so we did see a bit of the sunset, and then we were just tired. And it is beautiful, it's lovely here. So I'm just walking around here. We've got the main road up there, which will bring us back onto the road in a minute to get back to the van. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute, and you know, you might have noticed if you're a follower of this channel that I haven't been putting up as much content as I usually do, and the reason for that is I'm starting to get down with it, and I want to be positive, and I'm trying, you know, I set out to do this channel to be positive about it all, but the more and more it goes on, and this war that seems to be going on against people like us doing what we're doing, it does get you down. But I'm trying not to be negative. I've been reading up on a lot of stuff lately, and the statistics are that people living in vans has quadrupled in the last 4 years. I think something like, I don't know, 400,000. I don't know where they get their numbers from, but and because of that, obviously you see a lot more people at the side of the road. In some places it's ridiculous, like at Glastonbury and places like that, and it's just caravan after caravan after caravan. I think, not having to go at anybody, but the caravans are causing a big problem because they don't move, and they just, not that they're doing anything. And I know some people are saying, oh, they're dumping human waste, you know, in the fields and all that kind of thing. I've never seen that. 2 years we've been on the road, and I've never ever seen that. Usually van lifers are quite good at keeping the place clean, quite respectful, and leave no trace. So you wouldn't know that other van was there last night. He's gone, and a car has pulled up and enjoying it, you know. So I think a lot, I'm not saying people don't do stuff, but it is a minority, I feel, and I think the rest of us get penalised for it. But anyway, I've said all this before, but what's now happening is, it used to be a thing, and it's a good idea, I feel, especially for pubs who are struggling anyway. The pub industry is struggling, and offering pub stops. So, and there's, you know, Park for Night apps that advertise this, and Brit stops and all that kind of thing, where you can go to a pub, tell them you're coming in advance. They might have a few spaces which could accommodate motorhomes or campervans, stuff like that. You go in, use the pub, buy a meal, whatever, and you can stay the night. Now councils are cracking down on that as well. I think it's Lincoln, there's a place, there's some other places as well, and they're basically saying that the pubs need planning permission to allow people to stay over in their car parks the night. And it's just another thing, it's just another blow against van lifers. And to tell you the truth, staying at a pub is good. We've done it a few times ourselves, but it's expensive. It's not something that you want to do as a way of life, you know, because if you go to Vintage Inn we've done, which was really nice, but you know, you spend 70-80 quid on a meal and a bottle of wine and whatever, you know, it's not cheap. So it's something you do as a treat, you know. But, you know, a lot of people that are holidaying and touring and stuff like that might do that instead of going to a campsite, and it helps put money into the pub trade when they're struggling. And the councils are brilliant, aren't they? No, let's put a stop to that as well. Now, from what I've learnt, there is no national law across the whole of the country against living in a vehicle, living in a van. It's completely legal as long as you're legal and you don't park illegally, that kind of thing. It's all down to bylaws, and each place has different bylaws, each town or each county, whatever, concerning parking. So they're kind of a law unto themselves, these councils. They can pretty much get away with putting in whatever restrictions and charging whatever they want. And this reminds me of when I was a busker, and I spent a lot of years busking, and my daughter still does it. I haven't done it for a while. I was considering doing some busking, and you could go to a town and it'd be completely fine. You can bus there, you can do what you want, blah blah blah, as long as you're not being a public nuisance. Great. Another town, you have to have a license. It's a yearly license. Another town, you have to have a monthly license, and then you have to book in your spot, and you have to move every 20 minutes, and you have to, and each place is different and has their different laws for whatever reason. But it's just, again, it's just like, oh. And myself, I am pretty much, you know, go with the rules. I don't like confrontation. Lots of people don't, and I do try and stick to the rules where possible. But when I met like old veteran buskers that have been doing it all their lives, they were like, nah, we don't abide by that rule. We've had the councils come out and stand there, tell us to move on, just tell them to do one. They can't do anything. It's a public space. I'm entitled to do what I want to do in this public space. And it kind of comes down to the parking thing. So, you know, this is our public space. It's like, here, this belongs to everybody. You know, we've parked up, we've enjoyed it, and we'll move on. And there's lots of places, some as good as this, some better than this, some not as good as this, you know, and we've got a whole like circuit of places we go. But it's getting harder and harder and harder. And I was looking at Park for Night the other day because we were trying to decide where to go. And you got all these park ups in Park for Night app, and they were okay, and now literally everyone you read is like, can't park there anymore, there's restrictions, can't park there anymore, there's a sign up, can't park there anymore, there's a barrier. Anyway, so I don't know where this is going to go, because obviously if there's 4 times more people living in vans, it seems like there's probably 4 or maybe even more times less places to park. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse, and it doesn't seem to be a lot of things happening in regard councils actually accommodating people living in vans like they do abroad. And I think, you know, they're missing out there, absolutely missing out on generating money for their towns. Anyway, basically all it makes you want to do is leave the country. For us, our circumstances are we can't do that just yet, but in the future we're saying, well, we'll probably end up, if it keeps going this way, we'll probably just end up leaving this country altogether. But we'll see what happens as we go on. Let me know what you think, put it in the comments. I'm not ranting, this is what we're observing at the moment. And with Tracy being not very well, she's on the mend, she's getting better slowly. We haven't really been doing a lot, so there hasn't been a lot of us going out and doing things or whatever, so I can't keep the pressure off her, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think. God bless you. See you in the next one.
We'll ride these roads forever, side by side we'll chase the sweetest moments whispered in our little space. With laughter and loving every turn we take, this thing called amazing race, no chance will break.